Well, hello there. So recently I did a video on my favorite dollar bin pickups, and in this video I want to broaden that a little bit and just show some of the best deals I've gotten on comics, some of my favorite scores that I've had. Yeah, most of these are from my local comic shops, but there are a few that I did pick up online. There are some deals to be found if you know what to look for. So this is a set of 2 books that I got in a lot together, and this is World's Finest 153. This is a book that became a meme because this is the issue where Batman slaps Robin, and you may have seen that all over the internet. And so yeah, I was really excited to find a copy of this for a pretty reasonable price. And then I went to that same seller's page and I found they had this Superman 199. So on the website I was on, I created a bundle, and when you do that, the seller can make you an offer. So the seller offered me like $90 for these 2 and one other Silver Age Superman. And since these are both pretty fun key books on their own, I definitely had to go for that. They're not the greatest condition, but these are still books people really like to get in their collection, and some people do pay up for them, so I was excited to get a little deal on that. Those were some books I got on Poshmark, which is mostly for selling clothing, but some people post other things. And the next one I wanted to talk about was this copy of Superman 264 that I picked up for $2, and I just thought it looked like a fun, goofy, Bronze Age Superman book that I had to check out. I had no idea that there was any first appearance in this. This is the first appearance of Steve Lombard, who is like a sports reporter in Metropolis. So apparently that guy was cast in the Superman movie, and when that casting news hit, people were like buying up this book like crazy, paying like $15, $20 for it, so a lot more than the 2 that I spent on it. And this I bought quite a few months before that news broke, and I just remember going on Instagram one day and this was the book of the day, the FOMO book of the day, and I was just laughing. I'm like, okay dude, what is going on there? So that was when I looked it up and found out that it was actually a key, so pretty cool to have. I like collecting Superman. So I'm happy to get some of the key books for good prices. This is one that I think is super undervalued. I looked this up and I was surprised at how cheap this goes for. This is Action 595. I got this in, I think, a $2 bin, something like that. I think I got a deal that day, so I paid less for it. And this is the first appearance of Silver Banshee, who I always thought was a pretty popular Superman villain, and she's been dating Jimmy Olsen in the current run. It's kind of weird, but yeah, I was really surprised. I was seeing a bunch of copies of this going for like $5. Maybe it's just the era it's from, so heavily printed, but I think this character has a lot of potential. I'm certainly not a speculator. I'm not buying for spec, but I think it's just a cool book, really nice cover. I think Silver Banshee is an interesting character, so yeah, excited to get some cool Superman keys for cheap. Superman books are really super underrated. Then this one's kind of a big boy. We'll throw a big boy at you guys. This one is definitely worth a little bit of money in any grade. This is one that a lot of Silver Age collectors really want, and I got it for $5. This is Brave and the Bold number 60, and if you don't know what this is the first named appearance of the Teen Titans and first appearance of Donna Troy, Wonder Girl. So this is like the second appearance of the Titans overall, but at that point there was no name to the team, so after this book was when they were officially called the Teen Titans, and really cool. A lot of people just love that book, love that cover, and it's a really popular one. I've seen quite a few recent sales that were pretty surprising to me, so I had to get this when I saw it for $5. This was from a local comic shop that sells a lot of stuff for very cheap. They posted a picture of this on like their Instagram story or something like that, so I went in and picked it up right away. And I also picked up some other Silver Age books from that same shop for some really good prices. This is one right here that I got from that same shop for $5, and it's Batman 118. This is, I think, at least one of my earliest Batman books. Very early Silver Age, still a 10-center, and as you can see, it's a very rough copy, but there are quite a few people that have paid significantly more for this on eBay for something in comparable shape. So I think this was a big win on my part, just to have such a cool early Batman book with a fun cover. I would not even dare read this book. I feel like it's so brittle it would fall apart in my hands, but still very cool to have a nice piece of Batman Silver Age history there. And then this is another one that's a very popular book. I got it for a steal because there were some cutouts in it. Not anything that affects the story though. And it's Detective Comics 275, which is the Zebra Batman. I got this for like $10. And this was at the Buffalo Comic Con, where I've gotten a lot of cheap stuff. You'll definitely see some other pickups I've had from that particular con. People just charge really low for some of this stuff, especially if it's low grade, and so I was happy to get something like this. I love Silver Age Batman and all these weird costumes. They made a Funko Pop of this, so a lot of people know about this Zebra Batman, and definitely is a sought-after book for some Batman collectors. And then we have a Bronze Age Batman book that actually has a little bit of value to it. This is Batman 321. People call this the Joker's birthday cover, and I got it. Well, the guy was charging $10. I actually got this for free. This was a generous gift from the guys at Queen City Bookstore for helping them out with the Buffalo Comic Con and making some videos showing off their massive collection, so let me take some stuff for free. He had this for $10, and I think that's a great price. I was looking online and saw a lot of people who had recently purchased this book for significantly more. I've seen this pop up online and I've never wanted to pay the price for it. I just didn't see the value in it. Like, it's a really fun cover, but should this be a $25, $30 book when it's not really a key? It's just kind of a fun cover. I don't know. Just me, but I think $10 is more than fair for this book, so happy to get that. So this is another one that I got at the Buffalo Comic Con, and it is a very early Green Lantern key. The reason it's so cheap is because there's a page missing, but doesn't seem to affect the story in any way. So if you don't know what this is Green Lantern number 6, first appearance of Tomar Ree, and that is him right there. He's a very popular Green Lantern character, so people definitely pay a little bit more for this, so to get it, I'm fine with that as long as the story is all intact and not really that bad presenting from the front, so that was a win for me. A lot of wins at the Buffalo Comic Con. And then this is another one from the Buffalo Comic Con. This is Joker #1 from the Bronze Age. It is kind of a rough copy, but doesn't present too bad, and got this for 15 bucks. A lot of people I see charge at least 50 for this. Looks like it's kind of cooled down online. Maybe the Joker movie not doing so hot kind of hurt this book. I don't know, but yeah, it looks like there were some recent sales on eBay that were kind of low, but I still think $15 is a great price. I've never seen anyone at a con charge so low for this. This is always a wall book, always at least $50 to $100, so that was a win for me. And then we'll talk about something else that I got online in an auction. So I was looking for a copy of Demon #1. This was pretty early in my comic collecting. I was looking for a Demon #1, and I was having a hard time finding a copy I could justify the price on. So I found this lot that actually had the Demon 1 and Demon #7, the first Clarion the Witch Boy. So this is first Etrigan the Demon, and then first Clarion the Witch Boy, who's just kind of this little agent of chaos. And yeah, I love these books, and I won the auction, and I think I spent about 40 bucks, and like on the cheap end, you're gonna be paying 40 bucks for this, and it's really not a bad looking copy. Whoever got it before me got it from my comic shop. They graded it a 3.0, but I have heard that they kind of lowball their grading a little bit, so I feel like it might be a little bit nicer, but again, I'm not a grader, so no idea. But the Clarion book is actually really nice. I remember reading these and thinking that that one was particularly clean looking, no grade or estimated grade on that, but yeah, I love my Demon books. I remember I was super excited when I finished this run, and I made a whole video on it a while back, so these were some of my best finds, these two key books from the Bronze Age, Jack Kirby goodness, for $40, the price of one of them. And I was planning to make this a top 10 list. I've definitely talked about more than 10 books, but I just love my comics, and I found a lot of great deals that I'm really excited about. A lot of these have been kind of Bronze, Silver Age, DC books. There's been, little sprinkles of some other eras, but here's another kind of early Bronze Age DC book, sort of Bronze Age horror meets Batman. Those are some of my two favorite things to collect, Batman and Bronze Age horror. And it's another book. It has a Neil Adams cover, very popular for that reason, and this is one that I see a lot of people charging more for online. And this copy really doesn't look too bad. It's in a really foggy bag. I haven't replaced the bag since I bought it at the Buffalo Comic Con recently, but it is a very nice looking copy, and I got it for 10 bucks. So here's something a little different and not even DC at all. Some of you who know me might know that I'm a big Mortal Kombat fan, and some people charge a lot of money online for these Mortal Kombat books. Like this one right here, I've seen people charge like 40 to 50 bucks for it, and I got it at one of my local comic shops in a $4 bin. So to me, I was so excited when I saw that. That was probably one of my favorite wins. Mortal Kombat Kung Lao #1. Very cool book. And I think that's it for what I'm going to show today. I already showed more books than I thought I was going to, but I've just found so many great deals, and I hope you guys have too. Let me know what your favorite deal you've gotten on a comic was, what your best recent pickup was, anything like that. I'd love to know. So thank you as always for watching, and peace out.